Hi you guys, hello and welcome. I hope you guys are doing really well. I am very tired. I've been working a lot. But it's the busy time of the year, but I wanted to show you some things in the garden that are just really giving me a lot of joy lately. So this is going to be in no particular order. I guess it's just kind of a bit of an update, but there's some things that I've really been liking a whole lot lately, and I just kind of wanted to spotlight them. I haven't had a lot of time to get in here and clean lately, just because my schedule is like crazy. But yeah, I'll just get into it. This here is Ligustrum texacum, also known as the waxleaf privet. I've been really enjoying having that with heucheras in the bottom here. Heucheras are coming in just beautiful. This is the coral bells. This died back almost to nothing because we had a really cold winter, but it's coming back beautifully and I'm really happy. This is kind of a random, kind of threw whatever I wanted to, kind of on top of the table type situation. These are cool. So basically, I compiled a whole bunch of hyacinth bulbs that I had lying around from last year, and I planted them with this fritillary. This is Crown Imperial fritillary, and I wish I could bottle this smell and just you know, keep this smell going because it smells incredible. I got some tete-a-tetes and cyclaminius daffodils in here. This is hairy bittercress. So hairy bittercress is, stereotypically a weed, but I really like the aesthetic of it, and it's like dandelions. I really like dandelions too. I figure they deserve their own place in the garden. They're trying hard, they're growing nicely. This is an update on my Viburnum davidii. It's taking it a long time to get into bloom, but that's coming soon and I'm quite excited. So this is kind of amazing. This is a Lubner Magnolia. Leonard Messel is the variety, and it's getting into full bloom. I love the way the blooms come in. It's just quite spectacular. I'm really into magnolias lately, by the way. I don't know why, but they're just really kind of capturing my heart. I love this. I mean, it's a pretty big flower for a, starform magnolia, and just I really like the structure of the plant too. And it's gonna get better with time, and I gotta find an in-ground place for it because it's gonna need more space, but I'm really happy with that. So I have some Grigii tulips here. Interestingly, a lot of them are coming in as twins, which is kind of exciting. I got some euonymus, some cuttings in propagation. I end up selling a lot of these cuttings, so that's kind of the story of that right there. Some really beautiful narcissus. So this over here is kind of a jumble of two different things. I got Nephophia, or red hot poker, coming in, and I got some alliums and penstemons. Penstemons have been just really beautiful. This is, I believe it's Mexicali is the variety, but I'm really happy with that. I successfully overwintered two different Brugmansias. I have one white and one yellow. Happy about that. This over here is Muscari or grape hyacinth, but it's the latifolia one. It's a really nice one if you don't want it to spread too aggressively. It's a great companion plant for tulips and other bulbs, and has a very broad leaf. Like the leaves themselves kind of resemble those of like full hyacinth, like the oriental hyacinth. This here is another kind of chaos corner. I gotta water this. This has been a really nice primula. I gotta treat it better, evidently. It's just been so busy. I got kind of just a regular Primula vulgaris. I got some cordyline Dracaena marginata here, which was actually outside all winter, and somehow it still survived. I'm really quite proud of it. And I got the tail end of some really spectacular tete-a-tete narcissus, or the dwarf daffodils. These are quite incredible. I'm gonna probably grow many more of these in the future. I really quite like them. So this is a variety of tulip. It's a hybrid tulip. It's called Princess Irene. I've really been enjoying the markings on them. They almost remind me of like Rembrandt tulips. So that's another one that I recommend for containers if you're into container tulips. A whole bunch of stuff is coming back. Once again, because I do plant sales every once in a while with my mom. So I'm gonna sell a whole bunch of stuff, but so that's why it's kind of chaotic here. Normally speaking, it's, a lot more clean. But a bunch of stuff is waking up, which I'm really happy about. So these over here are just, you know, bearded iris. I have two varieties. This is Save the Bees, which is a beautiful bicolor yellow. And this one over here is called Breakers, which is like a really extraordinary true blue. This over here is Bellum Canda chinensis, or the leopard lily. I got my Asiatic and Oriental lilies coming in. Got a gorgeous camellia here. I don't know if anyone saw my camellia video from last week, but these are all new flowers. Debbie is the variety, and I'm really enjoying it. This over here is Dicentra formosa. Used to be called Lamprocapnos spectabilis. It's a bleeding heart. It's coming in quite nice. I actually saved this from the side of the road. Somebody threw it away thinking it was dead. I asked them if I could take it, and they were like, yeah, sure. So here we are. Two more things that I kind of want to mention in this particular part of the garden. This is my Almond Clematis armandii. This is the apple blossom variety. And my climbing hydrangea. This thing is, I mean, it's going crazy. I love it. It smells amazing. It just totally smells like the epitome of spring. The bees seem to be quite fond of it too. And then I got a florist hydrangea here. So I have about 4 of these in total, and I'm gonna dot them through the garden. Just gave one to one of my good friends for his birthday. You can't go wrong with them. I'm gonna do a bit of an experiment, and I'm gonna try to change the pH value of the soil. And I'm gonna see if I can, you know, steer it in a blue direction on one side and kind of a pinky purple direction on the other side, and we'll see how that works. But I'm really excited about that one. These are my forsythias. I affectionately call them wigilias. It's kind of stuck, but they're forsythias. They're in full bloom. I actually had the original bush here, and then we had this horrible construction experience that was, you know, I mean, it dredged up a whole bunch of the garden, but I wanted to save a cutting. So I saved a cutting here. This is probably an 8-year-old shrub, and then I started this one from there. And then I started another one, which is down here, so I'm really happy. And that's kind of a garden victory for me. You know, it gives me a lot of joy in the morning. Across the street there, I don't know if you can see, there's some incredible cherry blossoms kind of co-blooming there. This is a lot of what I've been doing with hydrangeas and stuff. I'll just take tip cuttings. These are Bobo hydrangeas, I believe. They're kind of a muted green-white color. Chartreusey, and they're so easy to restart. Like, if you want a shrub that you can put a little bit everywhere, I would really recommend hydrangeas. I took the cuttings in about September, and they leafed out beautifully. I wouldn't do it any later than that in the northern hemisphere, though. So this is kind of my front little pride and joy here. This is a bunch of King Alfred daffodils. I got a whole bunch of tulips. I got some jonquils. I got some hyacinths coming in later. Fosteriana, Darwin hybrid, and Grigii tulips. Every year my daffodil display sort of gets better, and they perennialize really nicely, and you know, I'm really quite happy with it. On the bottom I have Vinca major and Bergenia coming in. This is all gonna rotate into a new round of Lysimachia, or yellow loosestrife. So it's just been really a joy to watch this change over the season. And it doesn't require a whole lot of work. I just top dress with a little bit of bone meal, and I do like a deep, you know, fertilizer. Sometimes I'll top dress with chicken manure, and that works pretty well. But I mean, they almost glow at this time of the night, you know, they're so beautiful. Whole bunch of bearded iris and stuff. Some gorgeous azaleas. I mean, this is quite incredible. I love these shrubs, I really do, and they grow so fast. This over here is Sorbaria, or false spirea. I'm trying to figure out where to plant it, hence the pot. But it's an amazing showstopper plant. I'd really recommend this to anyone with part shade to full sun, well-draining soil. You can't go wrong with it, and the birds love the seeds in the winter. 10 out of 10, this is such an amazing plant. I'm probably going to make a video on it soon. But yeah, I got some phlox and stuff coming in. Siberian irises, bearded irises. Whole bunch of stuff. So this is a Douglas fir that my Aunt Shirley gave me for my 12th birthday, I want to say. So it's been here for a long time. It's kind of bonsaiified itself, but It's putting out a new flush of needles. I got some Japanese quince. This is Nova Zembla, which is a really beautiful kind of red purple toned rhododendron. I have a few more, but they're just kind of out back. I think I over fertilized it a little, but you know, it'll rebound. I have a bit of a failed air layering experiment, but I'm really happy with it because, you know, I have a beautiful little moss colony now, so that's exciting. Delphiniums and hostas. Got some more heucheras. This is a Beltussilin Edo peony. I also have the Bartzella and Cora Louise. They all kind of come out similarly. Really exciting. Some of the most fragrant blooms in the garden. Such a beautiful specific color. This is what I mean by hydrangeas. I have hydrangeas just kind of dotted everywhere. I love taking cuttings from them. I love keeping some of the seed heads for the birds. I got a Sambucus racemosa, so this is a black elderberry, black lace. Full of beauty. Peonies, armeria. This didn't do very well. We had a late cold snap. This is a Daphne odora. It will come back. The hard tissues on the plants are fine. Wow, that's a loud motorcycle. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Wow, that was loud. But I have faith that this will rebound and it'll come back. I just need better weather. I have faith it'll come back. I might defoliate it, but the buds are looking nice. This is a mange lilac, which is kind of a traditional, you know, kind of lilac colored lilac. I have a couple bridal lilacs and stuff like that over there. This tree over here, this ponderosa, I've had since I was like 6-7 years old. Long story short, I have polemonium or Jacob's ladder crocosmia. I'm growing Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cabbage, onions, leeks, and garlic so far. This is totally a work in progress though. I got some, this is a really cool oriental peony. That's one thing I'm not a big fan of city life, is just all the traffic. Sorry about that. But this over here is a Turkin Louis. It's a really beautiful variety of oriental poppy. I got a few more dotted in here. This is an elderberry. This is the native Var arborescens elderberry, native to the Pacific Northwest. It's a volunteer plant that I kept. I have Duke blueberries. Sorry, this is the Duke. And then that over there is a Blu-ray blueberry. And yeah, I'll go around here now. All sorts of seed starting. I'm really focusing this year on vegetables, just for the sake of utility. And in this economy, I want to grow a lot more of my own food. That's been doing amazingly well. This over here is Haskap berry. It's a type of Lonicera, so it's related to honeysuckle. I could not recommend this enough. It's starting to bloom. I don't know if you can see the berries come in twos, but this is self-fertile, which I really like. I got some beautiful boxwood. I have some raspberries, heritage raspberries that haven't quite woken up yet. This is kind of my chaotic allium corner. I didn't plant anything here for the last 3 years or so. They're all just coming up. I have perennial geraniums. I have a few different varieties of grapes that I have to prune. The weather's been very inconsistent, so I really got to take care of my California lilac, hence the broken up t-shirt at the base of it. And to end things off, I got this beautiful curly golden curls willow. And the tail end of some crocuses, and this is Aruncus dioicus, or sorry, Aruncus aethusifolia. This is goatsbeard, dwarf goatsbeard. So that's some of my garden. There's other stuff I'll show you throughout the season, some stuff that I didn't show, but I gotta go to bed. I am so tired. Stay blessed, you guys, and thanks for watching, and hope you're having a lovely spring or whatever it is wherever you live. Stay blessed.